Neville compares Arsenal defeat to Newcastle to Man Utd Europa League heartbreak. Gary Neville believes there are striking similarities between the way Arsenal lost to Newcastle on Monday night and Manchester United's Europa League final defeat last year. The Gunners handed North London rivals Tottenham the advantage in the race for the final Champions League place at St James Park with just one game of the season left. They were comfortably beaten 2-0 by the Magpies in an astonishingly poor performance by Mikel Arteta's side, especially given the importance of the occasion. Arsenal were second best from the get-go, and Newcastle looked like the side that had everything to play for rather than, realistically, very little. And ex-United star Neville was quick to draw comparisons from the defeat with how his former side slumped following the Europa League final in which they lost on penalties to Villarreal, and they have down-spiraled further ever since. Speaking of Arsenal's defeat to Sky Sports, Neville said, "It's a bad one. I remember United losing that Europa League final and thinking it was more than just losing the final. Those Arsenal players' body language at the end tells you it's more than just a defeat, it's a big one. I gave them the benefit of doubt at halftime because I felt as though the only way they would win this game was through a grind that was damaging. Versus Tottenham, they were brutalized for 60 minutes, that's a young team who doesn't have the experience or character. I never fully trusted them to get into the top four all the way through, but I thought they'd come out and respond after a poor first half, and they would go get the victory, but they showed us nothing. It shows where they're at. They were schooled on Thursday, they lacked experience on the pitch, and it will cause them a big problem. Tottenham getting into the Champions League, they need it, Antonio Conte needs it, the financial and economic power it'll give over Arsenal next season. I do feel it's a bad one." Spurs beat Arsenal last weekend 3-0 in the North London derby, and it felt at that point like the tide had turned despite the Gunners still holding the advantage. Conte's side now occupies the fourth spot, and if they beat already relegated Norwich on Sunday, who are bottom of the league. The Gunners, on the other hand, take on Frank Lampard's Everton, which should be a much trickier fixture. A result for the Toffees will mean that they will avoid being relegated to the Championship, so there is plenty at stake for the Goodison Park outfit as well, and they will be no rollover. When United were beaten by Villarreal, there was a feeling that the team would need drastic changes if they were to avoid the loss affecting their upcoming campaign. But even the arrivals of Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho and Raphael Varane weren't able to prevent the slump. It remains to be seen if Arteta is able to prevent his side from suffering a similar fate.